What's going on, guys? Jason here, and I am excited to bring to you the second essential habit, which is vegetable intake. Now today I'm going to share with you why you should increase your vegetable intake, how to increase your vegetable intake, and some recommendations on cooking. Now this is some information that I wish was shared with me when I first started to lose fat, and I know that this is going to be something that will help you save yourself months and years of frustrations and headaches. Because one of the most important things about vegetables is that it reduces our appetite and it reduces our cravings. Vegetables have a lot of volume for a low amount of calories. They also provide us with a lot of essential vitamins and minerals that can help lead to our recovery. Now that is also important for cravings because our body will actually send us signals for cravings when we are malnourished in certain vitamins and minerals. So by taking in vegetables and we making sure that we're getting our vitamins and minerals, we won't have as many cravings as we normally would. And then just because vegetables have a lot of volume for its low calorie intake, we can have that reduction in appetite, which will help you end up being in that calorie deficit, which will help you lose more fat. Now, how do we do that? I like this simple acronym, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Also one of my favorite ways to go about kickboxing. Now, why are we keeping it simple? Well, in my experience, I've noticed that when you search online, there is all these different types of fancy vegetables and fancy recipes to make vegetables, and it can actually be very discouraging because we may be used to one way of eating and then trying to change into something that's going to take a lot more time and effort. It may not be appealing to us at first. So if we can just keep it simple, we'll be able to increase our vegetable intake. So I always find vegetables that you enjoy eating and that you enjoy cooking. You know, you look, like I said before, you can go online and you see all these different fancy types of vegetables. Look, I'm a very simple man. I like to just have maybe some spinach, some broccoli, some carrots, and things of that nature, and it does really well for me. I don't think that you need to go out of your way to get these, vegetables that may not be that appealing to you and that have fancy names, and you have to try to go to 3 different stores to find it. You don't need to do all that. We just want to try to have about 2 servings of vegetables a day. I actually forgot to write that on here, but whatever. 2 servings of vegetables a day is really where we're going to most recommend it. And you can go for the frozen vegetables. That makes this whole thing so much easier. You put vegetables in your refrigerator, you put it in the bottom drawer, and it starts to go bad. You don't really want it to eat it. If you can, and then let's say you do eat it, you have to keep going to the store 2 times a week because you want to try to give yourself that fresh produce. I say, let's make it easier on ourselves. I'm giving you guys full permission to go for the frozen vegetables. There's nothing wrong with it. It's mostly flash frozen, which actually can be really good because as soon as it's picked, it's put into a freezer where it is stored for later. So, to give an example, I have this frozen bag of spinach here, and as we get into some recommendations on how to actually cook it, this is simply a steam in a bag. You put it in the microwave for 4 or 5 minutes, and you'll have this whole bag of spinach ready to be made. Now for me, I don't mind doing that, because I actually like to season my food. I'll put a little bit of salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder on it, and I find that after the microwave, it tastes really good. Now, if you don't want to use the microwave, and also you don't have to just do spinach, there's broccoli, there's Asian stir fries, there's carrots, whatever vegetable that you like, check out your frozen food section, you may be able to find some good things. If you do want to get a little bit more fancy with it, some recommendations I have is either baking food in the oven, which for Brussels sprouts and asparagus, that works really well. It tastes really good with that. You usually set the oven for about 350 degrees, take about 10 to 20 minutes. You could do it with a vegetable stir fry, you could do it with broccoli, you could do it with carrots, but you probably want to do it with a vegetable that's a little bit thicker. Like I probably wouldn't put spinach in the oven. I would rather do more like Brussels sprouts, and then they get caramelized. Those are really good in the oven. You also have over here, frying pan. Really good way to do it, especially if you maybe not like your vegetables to be so soggy. You like crunchy food. then we can go with the frying pan. You can put a little bit of olive oil, or you could use some cooking spray on the pan, and then whatever vegetable that you like. I personally like to put broccoli in the frying pan. I think that tastes great afterwards. I'll put a little bit of salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder right on top, and that will make it nice and flavored. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video on how to increase your vegetable intake. It's going to be something that really helps you increase that fat loss. Like I said before, lots of volume to help you keep those calories a little bit lower, so that way you can maintain your calorie deficit a whole lot easier. So stay tuned. In this group, we're going to be having the third essential habit being dropped within the next few days, sometime this week. I hope you guys enjoyed.